when they first started out. Oh. Good morning vlog! It is 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm on my way to Berlin for the Save the Children, I don't know what to call it. First they're gonna tell you something about Save the Children, then they teach you communication skills, and then you have a tryout day to work. So it's this 3-day event and I'm in Berlin for 4 days and I'm on my way to the train right now and I'm fucking pumped! 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 There's a car. Good morning.
7 hours later.
So I did arrive in Berlin now, 1 hour late because my bus was late, but I mean the train could also pull that off. But that means I'm now going straight to the first event, which will start in half an hour, and not to the hostel first, which I first planned to do.
Later that same evening.
So there are like, weißt du wie viele Leute hier sind? It's a big hostel, like hundreds of people, and I get the same room with the people I met at the Katharina at the
Day 2.
Oh hello, good morning people. So it's the second day right now. I just got up making some breakfast here. I'm at the hostel and nobody is yet up, so I have the kitchen to myself. So while we keep past Finn rambling on, me, present Finn, gonna tell you a bit what actually happened at day 2. So we started out with some informational stuff about Save the Children, blah blah blah, nobody cares about that. Then we ate some food, you can look here. Then we got split into groups of 2 and we went with our partner through an ideal conversation. So role-playing, one of us would play the fundraiser and one of us would play the random person. We would approach on the street and we got a kind of script for that. So an ideal customer would be someone who's interested right away, who wants to listen and who wants to donate at the end. So we now got split up in groups of 2. We're in part now, and we kind of go through the conversation and just like role play, I guess. Yeah, it's role playing, and we kind of go through the conversation we would have. Then after we got into it a bit, we went through the same kind of thing, but with the coach, so one-on-one on with the coach. But the rest of the group was watching the interaction we would have, and then there was a feedback round where people would tell us what we could improve on, what we did right, what we did wrong, kind of thing. So that was awesome. Just finished one-on-one coach, or the training sessions with the coach with feedback rounds, and now they are smoking. And that was basically all we did the day. We were supposed to also go through like harder cases where people are not the ideal customer, which is most of the time the case. And for that we also got a sheet. But we didn't get to that because the day was over already and we were already half an hour overtime, so we got it as homework.
A lot of boring math later.
Okay, I'm coming in hot. Ich mach einfach das Foto.
Nein, Mann.
Day 3.
Good morning. I'm here at the, I guess, courtyard of the hostel I'm staying. And just ignore that guy. He's up very early and 2 long days, so let him ramble on. I'm gonna keep explaining what actually happened at day 3. So as I said, we got homework and we obviously did that like 5 minutes early on the metro. Then for the actual trial work we went to an IKEA and I let Pastfilm show you that. Time to do some shopping at IKEA. No, actually this is where we're gonna do the trial work for 1.5 hours, so we're gonna be inside the IKEA and talk to random people. This kind of sounds familiar. And before we got started, of course, you gotta set yourself high goals. I'm gonna say it now, I'm gonna get 3 supporters in the 1.5 hours. Usually that's like the average for one whole day for people who do it more than once. But I'm gonna do 3 in 1.5 hours. So having set those ambitions, I got ready for work. Let's change. So now I changed into my uniform, t-shirt and oh, look at that guy. 2 hours later. So I didn't make the 3 people, but I did get 2. 2 out of 3 for our team. But I was allowed to make a selfie with the 2 people I signed, which is very unfortunate. So just for context, and because I want to brag a bit, the first group, so it is always groups of 4 for 1.5 hours, and the first group didn't sign a single person, and our group signed 3 people. Woo! Woo! What a proud little Finn. Now let me give a bit more context. So what we had to do, we stood in the IKEA for 1.5 hours to 2 hours. We did a bit over time, and we had to approach random people in there and like try to get them to support Save the Children. So obviously the script we got didn't work at all because it's a real life situation, but it helped to like get the conversation started, and that's also where the script is for. It's not like you have to use it, it's just for beginning to starting out to have something to say. And so most people said no right from the get-go. I got a few people to the table and like showing them like the prospect of Save the Children and more informational stuff, facts, some numbers. And like I said, I got 2 people to sign to support Save the Children, which is awesome. And it was both girls, like one was 18 years old and one was 23 years old, I think. And so that was very interesting, learned a lot of things, and I actually forgot to tell you guys. So we had the one-on-one conversations and I got the job. So